Good morning, guys. Welcome, John Victor.
Hey, welcome,
Uh,
guys.
John Victor is going to be our interviewee. We're going to interview him, and we're going to be talking about economy, investments, and the experience of living abroad. So, John Victor, welcome to our class. This is our third grade, and we have these marvelous students ready to acquire some knowledge from you. I would like you to introduce yourself briefly so we can have an idea of who you are and what you do.
Sure. Hello, guys. I hope everyone is listening. You're listening to me. My name is Joao. I'm 22 and I work as a full-time trader in the foreign exchange market, which pretty much means a currency exchange market. So pretty much buy and sell dollars, euros, in all the countries around the globe. As experience of living abroad, I've moved to Boston, which is a U.S. city, when I was 15, and I lived there for about a year. I guess it was like 10 months, something like that. And I'm here to tell you a bit more about that.
Cool. So our
Could you hear
first,
me clearly? Could you hear me
Yes,
clearly?
yes,
All right,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
our first volunteer to ask the first question is Wendell, the guy with
Yes.
the
What?
over city.
What's the name? What's the name again, please?
Wait,
Wendell.
it's I.
Uh,
It's
oh,
me.
window.
Uh, I'm going to enter for the Bolsa de Valores. How I not remember, can I say Bolsa de Valores?
Yeah.
And I have a quest for invest for Tesla. It's
Oh,
a
oh, just so you know, Bolsa de Valores in English we call stock market, which is a
stock.
market for stocks. Yeah.
All right. My question is Tesla not make a money, but
Yeah.
the valores it's going to crescendo. I not remember say that
Growing, growing.
government.
Yeah.
It's a
It's like a
uh,
bubble. Are you asking if Tesla stocks is a bubble or something like
yes,
that?
it's Amazon. It's a not make money, but the continua crescendo os valores dela. Aí tipo que nem
Yeah,
a Tesla.
sure,
Aí
sure.
tipo eu não sei se tenho confiança se eu vou investir nela ou não.
Yeah, all right. So you're asking me for an advice, right? You wanted me
Yes.
to say to you if you want to because you're going to invest in Tesla, right? Just so you know, I'm not a stock trader. I don't analyze many stocks, but I do analyze Tesla, and I think it's a great buy. Yeah, I mean I think we have a great price right now. Let me just look at my screen right here. I'll say you what Tesla stock price is right now. So Tesla's at 585 reales, I guess. Let me see if I can see in dollars. Uh, yeah, it's about. Let me see. Tesla, $440. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's a good price. I mean, we know that there's this line of resistance at 500, so which is a round number. So my advice for you is wait for the breakout. I mean, you should wait for Tesla stock prices to surge be above $500, and maybe after that you have a great buy, but not before. Not before that.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's my answer.
Good. Wendell, choose the next person.
Felipe,
Meu Deus, okay.
Hey
I
Felipe, how
like.
are you doing, man?
I'm good.
Good.
So, I like to know what are the main subjects studied in economics.
Well, all right. I'm not a graduate, but I studied economics for 1.5 years at Mackenzie, which is a university here in São Paulo. The well, anyway, teaches a lot of courses, but the one that I chosen is economics class. So the main topics that you're going to study about numbers. I think you'll be pretty certain of that, and well, you gotta understand how demand works. You know, everything in the market, in the financial markets, it's pretty much about demand and consume. So you have a lot of people consuming things, consuming various products along the market, but you do have the demand. Maybe in some markets, the that consuming is not gonna match the demand, and maybe in some markets the demand is gonna overcome the consuming. So if I have to choose two things for you to look out for the economics, it would be numbers and demand for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
No, nothing. I'm here
Who's
for it.
next?
The next, Ana Sofia.
Okay.
Hello,
Hey
I
Sophia, how
am.
you doing?
I'm good, thanks. So just just so you guys know, I am not a person that it's like 100% sure, like to what major to do in the
Yeah, I
university.
was like that too. I was like for
Yeah,
many years.
yes, and I'm not really sure, and I had been thinking about study
Yeah,
economics
sure.
like for a while because even though we need to use numbers, it's not a thing that it could really be a problem for me because like the way that we study numbers on economics, it's just different, I think the way that it works for
Yeah.
me, it's cool and things like that. And would like to know how is the labor market and if you think to work abroad and what's your experiences
Wait, hold
until.
on. So you asking me what's the experience of working abroad in the economics area? Is that what you
Yes,
asking me?
how is
So
like the labor market and if you're interested in that.
sure. Well, let's see. First of all, the market that I work for, which is foreign exchange market, which pretty much is a currency exchange market. So, let's say you are a central bank from Colombia, maybe,
Hmm.
and you have like let's say 100 billion euros to sell. Then you go to the market that I work actually, and then sell over there. The market that I work is pretty much made for that. But in the economics area, you have wide range of opportunities, especially abroad. The Brazilian stock market is not yet developed, so we don't have many opportunities that we have here as we have in other countries like U.S. or maybe in a lot of parts of Europe. But I went to take a course in London last year. It was actually in I think it was September, something like that. And I've could experience that. London's the largest stock exchange market in the world, so they do work a lot in the finance area over there, and I could experience that you still have a lot of jobs to fill because we have many areas that there are some guys that are graduating right now and they're helping, especially in the IT area, which is the technology related to finance and all that, macro data and all that.
Hmm.
So I think as you said that you see numbers in a different way, like, right? Like
Yes.
just so you know, economics all over the globe is not a science area; it's a humanities area because we
Hmm.
study how humans are going to consume well products, money, everything. So I think if you find the right course for you that teach economics like the way you want, it could be pretty profitable for you in the overseas market.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
cool. It's a great market. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, do you know international commerce, like the major?
Yeah, yeah, I know, yeah,
Yeah, I've been thinking about that as well
yeah,
because it's like there are areas that I really appreciate and I think that's pretty cool.
sure,
However, I think that I would choose like international relations probably
yeah, yeah, makes
because
sense.
yes, because I can have like both because I really like diplomacy
Yeah,
and I will have like commerce
yeah,
relations and yeah, I've been thinking about it.
yeah. I mean, if you get international relations as a major, you can also add economics as a background course or something like that for you. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you actually go for international relations, you you are going to see a lot of numbers too, because you're going to work in trading too, but trading's in another way. For example, I trade markets, I trade currencies.
Mhm.
But you, for example, I know a girl from Palmas. She's in, I think, the last year of international relations, something like that, and she's working now as a soy trading.
Mm.
So she pretty much buys soy from a lot of producers in Brazil and then sell them to overseas.
Yeah.
So you do have to get tighten up in numbers, but yeah, it's a better area related to humanities and all that.
Yeah.
Makes, I think it makes more sense for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Was
Great. Have a nice day.
Cool.
yeah.
Great question. Great question.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Choose next. Okay.
A Celina.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, Selena. Nice to meet you.
My question is what kind of economic advices you could give to a person that wants to start a new life in another country, like live abroad and like start a life all over again?
Well, um, let's see. This is an awesome question because I've never asked that before I went to Boston. I just knew that I had to go and do everything I could to move to there. But related to economics, the thing I would say is the visa is a complicated process. For example, I back 2 years ago, something like that, I passed on for three colleges in Canada to go to study there, economics, finance, actually. But I couldn't go because the money that you had to improve to actually study in Canada was like 80,000 reals in a savings account. So I mean, there's a lot of money that you need to have ASAP in order to take a visa. So the first thing is see with your parents, or I don't know how you're gonna get the money to go, but see, check with them if they have that savings. Because the thing is, depending on the country you're going, either to study or to work, you're not gonna be able to work like a normal person that is living over there. So, for example, in the United States, when you get a study visa, you can only work, if I'm not mistaken, you can only work 20 hours a week, and that's not much. I mean, you're not gonna be able to make a living off that. But if your parents have a nice condition that can send you there and pay for most of your bills, you definitely going be able to live there. No problem at all. And while you're living there, the well, if I could say economics, but like domestic economics of living there, you can always try to buy things from the market and cook at your own house, because having lunch or eating outside is not as cheap as many people think. Well, not as cheap and not as healthy. So you can 100% have a healthier way of living and cheaper way of living cooking at your home.
Nice. Another question is you always thought about like study economy and like have this life that you have.
Nah, no way. I failed in math. In the eighth year, I don't know how to say it, oitava série, no oitavo ano, né? Eighth year, I failed math because I didn't like it. But you know, life is strange. Life is weird. And
Yeah.
years later, I knew I got introduced to trading, to the stock market and all that, and I fell in love. Like I look at it and I fell in love, and then I decided that I was going to do that for the rest of my life. But thank you for the question.
Cool.
Okay,
Thank you.
what do you choose next?
Larissa.
Can you wait just a second? Isabella, she lost the connection, so I need to pass the link. Can
Okay,
I?
so Juliana can.
Juliana.
Hey, Juliana, how are you doing? Well, I guess I'm not seeing her yet.
Her audio is off. She's trying to fix it, I guess.
É bom
Tá
ligar o
mutada,
microfone pra
coitada.
falar.
É.
What's the problem, Julian?
Juliana?
You back to business, Larry?
I can hear her
Ai,
if she's
é que eu
talking.
não
Oh,
tava.
oh, hey, hello,
Eu não tava conseguindo ligar o microfone. So, hello.
hello.
I have a
Nice to meet you.
question. Are you listening to me?
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
So, it's similar to what Acelina asked,
Sure.
but uh, like, I want to live abroad is something that I want to do, and I would like to know what could I do today to start today preparing myself to, I don't know, go out.
Well, you have a very nice English, so that'll help you a lot.
Besides the English,
Yeah, sure.
because I know that, you know.
The thing is, save money. I would say that's my main advice to you because as a youngster, I don't know how old are you.
17.
Do you work?
No.
No, right? Sure. No, there's no problem. There's no problem at all. But
I know.
if you do want to live abroad and mostly live by yourself, not with your parents or anything like that, you certainly have to be accustomed to the feeling of lonely, of being lonely and not being able to have someone to share your thoughts or share your ideas or something like that. When you're excited or when you are sad or something. So main thing is learn how to live and how to work and how to do all your things by yourself. And that's the main in like yeah, that's the idea. Just learn how to do things by yourself. Other than that, I would say that if you could do things today is study a bit more of relations. When you go abroad, people are not your people. They're not Brazilians, so they're not going to talk to you in the same way a Brazilian is going to talk to you or is going to help you. So if you want to go to US, for example, my advice is try to understand how Americans work, how they talk, how they relate to other people. Because for my example, when I moved to Boston, uh, I had just one Brazilian friend, if I'm not mistaken, that I went to school with and all that. And the other American guys, I got to know them way past I've met my Brazilian friend over there because I had a connection with Brazil and because we had a connection in Brazil and all that. But as soon as I understood how Americans thought and most principally how they thought about Brazilians and how they thought about overseas people, that led me to feel a bit more at home. I don't know if you get the feeling,
Mhm.
but that helped me to feel like I shouldn't be afraid of the Americans. I shouldn't be afraid of the whole situation. But I got accustomed to everything that was coming to me by the Americans. So that's it. Just start saving money. The main thing. And the second thing is definitely just get used to how they talk to you and how they do things mostly.
Mhm.
Basically,
And
what you have to be is emotionally mature. That's very
Yeah,
important.
sure, exactly. You have
As
to
you
be
were,
that.
as you were saying, you have to be able to, when you have something like a happy moment or a sad moment, you have to suck it up and live with it
Yeah,
because you're not
exactly.
going to share those moments with. So emotional matureness is really, really important. Juliana,
Yeah. For example, I moved to Boston when I was 15, so I was still at your age, a bit lower, and but at that time I already felt that I could live alone. I could live by myself, and that's why I chose to go.
so I have another question
Sure,
about like doing a degree abroad. Do you
sure.
think that it's worthwhile or doesn't make any difference doing here and going out after with my certificate from here?
Well, that depends. That depends. Depends on the area that you're gonna take that degree. For example, if you're looking for any finance slash economy area, it's more than worth a while you move abroad because they have already a more mature market and more mature techniques of to study and to analyze the market. So if you want to add areas related to science, you definitely should go to the U.S. or well, I'm saying about a lot about the U.S. because my experience, right, guys? I only took a course of 1 month in London, so I don't know other parts of the world. The place that I actually studied was the U.S., so that's why I'm talking a lot about it. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to areas that's related to science, related to numbers, and related to um, techniques about the market, then you definitely should go abroad, should study overseas. But in Brazil, we have a very very good point, which is public school, public colleges, because anywhere you go, anywhere in the world you go, you have to pay. Anywhere, I mean, unless you have a well, I'm just hold on a bit. I think it's freezing. I can't. Marcelo,
Yeah, yeah,
you hear me?
I'm here.
Oh, I can't. I think it's fading for a bit. All right, I think it's back. Can you say something?
Yeah, I'm here. We're here.
Oh,
I
all
guess
right,
it.
all right, all right. I'm back into listening. I'm back into listening. That's it. Well,
So,
where were we? Oh, about
Juliana,
the taking a course overseas, right, Juliana?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the main thing. It's very hard to get a scholarship anywhere you go. So it's very hard to get a scholarship in US. It's very hard to get a scholarship in Europe. I'm not saying it can be done. I'm saying it's very hard. It's not an easy process. But so for, I mean, my main tip for you would be see what decide for real what you want to do, and then check if you have the ability to pass in a public school here in Brazil. If you do have the ability, if you do have the what it takes to enter in a public school here in Brazil, then do it because it's free and it's a very good opportunity and very good study too. Here in Brazil, we have very good schools. But if you do have the not the money but the conditions to go overseas to study what you want, then that's the thing to do for sure.
Okay. Thanks.
who's next,
So,
Juliana?
Mario, já
Good
foi minha
morning. My
pergunta.
name is Mario.
Hey Myra, how you doing, man?
I'm good. You and you?
I'm cool.
Okay. I don't know how is it in USA, but here in Brazil the rice is going too expensive, and I want to know why are the rice going to be expensive?
Well,
Not
what do
only
you?
rice, but all the other foods is going more expensive.
Oh, the rice market, you said.
Yeah, or more.
Well, I'm not really into that. I don't study Brazil a lot because I work in the pretty much Europe market. I work in the currency market, and unfortunately, Brazil doesn't have a good representation in the market yet. But about the rice, what I can say is here in Brazil we have a rice shortage, and overall in the market, the price is not increasing. So the thing is, if you have a lot of production, you have a lot of guys producing rice here in Brazil, and that price is not rising all over the globe, they won't sell, right? Because think with me, why would you sell something that could have a way higher price in the overseas market for lower prices, right? So the thing is, like happened with the coffee a long, long time ago, the rice prices are now increasing in the world, and that's why they need to keep the production here. And in my belief, that's what's happening. I can't say with you 100% sure because I'm not really into the market of rice of commodities in general. But I imagine that that's the problem. That's the issue. By what I'm seeing of news of abroad.
Okay, is this? Thank you.
Sure, no
Uh,
problem.
I don't know. Lucas can go now.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me, João Victor?
Yeah, I can, man. Loud and
Yeah,
clear.
okay. Right, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, so my question I think is about economy and
Sure.
investment. I think both of them. But as I heard, you've never worked with trade, right? Or have you?
No, I'm a trader. I'm a full-time trader.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. So there it is. What do you think, in your opinion, what is a good way to invest money with your money during these pandemic times?
Well, hedges. That's the main question, the principal answer. I don't know if you know the term of hedges. That doesn't bring anything to your head, right?
No, I've never heard
All
about
right.
it.
So in the market, we have a few. Would you like to explain, teacher, what hedges
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. I want to hear it.
All
You
right.
can keep it.
Perfect. Perfect. So in the market, we have a few assets that we call safe havens. Safe havens pretty much means a safe spot to put your money in.
Yeah, okay.
So in the market that I work, a safe haven is gold. It's a market of gold. You know, gold, shao,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
we call,
I have an
yeah,
uncle and he told me about it.
yeah. That's it.
Like
That's
some
the best.
gold, something like that. Yeah,
The best thing you can do. The best thing you can do right now is gold.
yeah,
Because in this pandemic times, people don't know what's happening, so
yeah.
they
In the
won't
market,
invest in.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. The market is going crazy. I mean, you never know when an asset's going down or is going up. I mean, you never can be sure, can be certain of that. But safe havens like the gold, like the Swiss franc is how we call it too. It's a safe haven, and other assets like platinum and all that. They are pretty good investments in these pandemic times, and not only in pandemic times. They are a good investment overall. But they are a bit safer than I like to. I don't invest much in these safe havens or in these hedges because I'm a more aggressive trader. So I like to get other opportunities in the market.
yeah. Okay, cool,
But
cool. I know. I
definitely,
kind of knew about it. In case of world crisis, these golds are
gold
very,
and dollar, gold and dollar,
yeah,
dollar is also a very strong currency that everyone's investing. Yeah, because for example, the central bank of the U.S. they have the most trustable fund in the world. So if everything goes wrong, the U.S. will always have money because the whole world's investing in that fund. The fund it gets a return. It's very low return over the year. I think it's about 1.5%. So for every $1,000 that you put in this fund, you have like $100. No, no, not even $100. You have like $10, $10 to $15 a year, which is very very low. I mean, if you
yeah.
if you
It
compare
is.
it to other assets, but it's the safest one. You never lose your money over there.
Yeah,
So
it's
yeah,
like poupança, right?
yeah, pretty
So
much, pretty much.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I
Yeah.
got it. Yeah, and I have one more question: is what are the risks of investing in this
Well,
stock market?
it's a lot though. I mean, it's a lot of risks. You have to
Yeah,
be a very self-centered person in order to really not only enjoy but be profitable in this lifestyle of trading. The main thing is in the market that I work, which is forex, which is read as forex, but it means foreign exchange market, which is the market of exchange currencies. The main risk that we have is scams. So there's a lot of brokers that you seem to be nice brokers, and well, you seem to be very good brokers to invest in, but actually they're not. They are located in shady places, and their operations is pretty complicated. But as well as Brazil, as we take in Brazilian stock market, Bovespa, I'd say the highest risk that we have is the government. It's actually politics, because here in Brazil we have a lot of our stock markets really based in our politics. So, for example, if Bolsonaro says something that he shouldn't say about the economy, our stock market is going to plunge. That's
yeah. I
pretty
noticed.
obvious. In difference, for example,
It's
the
kind of crazy.
the market that I work. That's why I always like to you know show the market, show the idea of forex because it's a way tighter, a way tighten up market because you don't have the influence of politics, nor neither any country issues. So, for example, if one day Trump says something, I know the dollar is not gonna be a good day to trade the dollar because it's gonna be a pretty funny day. But I know that the pounds, for example, the British pounds or the Aussie dollar, the Australian dollar, is not going to be affected because something Trump said. So it's look into it because I think you're gonna like it. It's a way safer place to trade.
Yeah, okay. And you gotta know well what you're doing, right? Because
Yeah,
you can make a lot of money
sure,
one
sure,
day and the
sure.
other day you lose it all.
Yeah, that's the main thing there.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean,
Yeah.
if you have a good money management, which I have, I've been studying trading since I was 16 years old. So when you have a good money management and you don't want to spend more than you have in your account, then you're good. Trust me,
So how long
you'll be
will it
fine.
take to set that?
What? I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
No, not
How
for that.
long
Thank you.
are you studying to invest in daily trade?
Well, yeah, that's it. The first thing that I've read about the stock market was when I was 14 years old, and then since I was 15 years old, I've been studying. I've been studying about not only the stock market, but the options market and all the financial markets that we can know. I'm not saying here that I'm a specialist in all of them, but it's very important for you to know how the markets work and how one depends on the other. So yeah.
What are you now?
What?
How old are you now?
I'm 22.
So that's 7 years of study.
Yeah, that's 7 years of study.
So
But
look
like
at this.
as an active trader, I only work for 4 years. So when I put my money on the trading market and to trade and all that was like 4 years ago, 4 to 5 years ago.
Look at.
Okay, Marcel, did you talk to me?
Yeah, who's next?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Let me see. Wendell, he's already gone, right?
Teacher, I have a
Larissa,
hard question.
Larissa.
Yeah, when everybody goes, then I'll go back to you, Wendell. Okay, Larry?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, good morning.
Hello, Larissa.
My question is, the dollar is the dominant currency nowadays, but
Yep.
China is starting to get strong. So, what is going to happen between the China currency, the dollar, and this thing?
One thing, nothing. The dollar will always be the strongest coin ever, the strongest currency ever in the world. The thing is, United States they were able to spread the idea of the dollar all over the globe. So, for example, you have countries that doesn't even have American dollars, but their currency is called dollar. So, for example, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. You have, I think you have a somewhere here in the South America that's called dollar too. And so that's an idea that they could spread so much that the dollar isn't going anywhere. It's going to be maintained as the strongest currency ever. I'll tell you that's a certainty.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for your question. Great question.
Yeah.
Let me just compliment a bit because one thing, the thing that is not gonna make China's currencies the best in the world is just because they devaluated a lot of the coin. You know, whenever China wants to how can I say it? Whenever China wants to pay a bit better in deals that they want with countries over abroad, they devaluate their currency by floating the market, the market that I work, the forex market, with their currency. So, for example, normally you have like $10 billion of China's currency into the market, right? When they want to buy something or when they want to have a better value of their deals, they pretty much throws like yuans, which is the currency of China, into the market, and that's it.
But isn't that a
Oh,
low blow?
What?
Isn't that called a low blow?
Well, in many countries, yes, but the Chinese doesn't see that as a low blow. For them, it's just they devaluated their country and it's all that.
They
But
just don't care.
The OMC does care about this. So the OMC has passed on a lot of measures for China to stop doing that, and they need to follow that in order to have a great friendly war environment for the war, right? For the economic world. But they often just respect that. It's pretty normal for the China to devalue their currency in order to get better deals.
Good. Larissa,
Yeah.
who do you choose? Giovanna or Giovanna?
Joanna.
Good choice.
So, hi.
Hey sis.
uh, I miss you. And my question is, how can I start trading here?
Well, there's not an easy question. As well as many people think that it's just open a broker account and then start trading. It's not only that, you know. Trade is very complicated. It's very series of ups and downs that you if you don't have the right tools, you're never gonna be able to trade. But the thing is, I would say for the first thing to start trading is create a what we call a demo account. A demo, it's a account that is not worth any money and it's free for you to create. So you just need to have an email, and then you can look for demo accounts anywhere in the Google, and you're gonna find a lot of brokers that offer that service. So when you have a demo account, you have like as much as $100,000 for you to trade in the real market. So you're gonna trade like a real trader, but you're not gonna have the money. You're just gonna see what the market's doing. You're just gonna experience and feel like you are in the market, but you're not gonna have the rush of having your own money throwing in the market. But for starters, I would say the first thing that you need to do is study. Study, you don't have to be a genius about math and all that. You just need to study how finance works. You need to know what drives a currency to go low or to go higher. So, for example, if the United States raise their tax interest like 2 points, for example, that'll leave the market in a frenzy. That'll drive the market crazy because they should never do that. But the thing is, you gotta understand why does that leave the market crazy? That's the main idea here. But yeah, without any question in mind, the main thing that if you want to start work today, if you want to start trading today, it's to check for a demo account. That will help you a lot.
Okay,
No doubts
got it.
about it.
When you,
Experience means a lot, right?
Oh no, you tell about it, brother.
Yeah, it's
Experience means
basically
everything in the
everything.
market. Everything in the
Yeah,
market.
it's
Because,
literally
for
everything.
example, we as traders, we can't predict the future. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. We have to look at the past to have an idea how the future is going to look like. But we don't have a crystal ball telling us, oh, just buy here and just sell here. We analyze the data from the past, and then based on that data, we can trade the future.
how about robots? Do you guys use a lot of robots?
Oh man, don't tell me about it. That's the best and the worst thing that happens in the market. Um, I'm gonna say because, for example, there's a specific pattern that we have in the market that is called gaps, GAPS. These gaps they are often left by robots because the thing is, a robot enters in the market and then starts buying shares without conscience. He just buys and just buys based on some strategy that the robot is following. For because just so you know, a robot, you work like that. You put on a strategy in the system, and that robot is going to search for that strategy of the market. So, for example, we have a strategy in the financial market that we call top bottoms, which is when a price gets to a bottom, rejects the bottom, then comes back again to the bottom. if a robot is trading that strategy, the thing is going to happen is when he sees the second bottom coming in, he will already start buying like crazy. He'll buy, I don't know, like for example, there's a few robots that I know that I've don't have any experience with, but I've met a few guys that use it, and they trade. They can open up to, if I'm not mistaken, 1 million operations, so 1 million trades in less than a second.
Wow.
So yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's you float the market with operations that the market can sustain. That's why robots pretty much rule the market right now. You know, traders like financial traders that like me or any institutional trader that's there, we're just there to understand when the robots are going to enter the market, something like that. Because we see the patterns first, then the robots, because they're not analyzing like all the data, they're not analyzing all the pairs, they're analyzing any specific pair or any specific formation that the pair is forming. And we as traders, we can still. I'm not saying that it's going to keep being like that for many years, but we can still be a bit faster than the robots in terms of finding patterns, in terms of analyzing the markets and understanding what the market is doing. Robots, they're more like non-conscious beasts that is just going to do things by their own. Of course, not by their own. They have a strategy. They have all the things on the background, but we as humans still can see patterns a bit better than robots. I don't know if that's going to keep for many years, but yeah, we still can see.
Wendell.
I don't have question. Giovanni make my question. Sorry.
Anybody else?
I
I
have
have
another
one. I have one
question.
question.
Go ahead.
What about those guys who just shows up on your screen while you're watching a YouTube video on like
Oh yeah, that
Instagram
happens. That
asking,
happens a lot.
and they say like, click on this button and be a billionaire just like me, all this
Sure,
stuff.
sure.
How does it work?
No, it doesn't work. That's a scam.
That's
I'm
the
going to
point. It
tell
doesn't
you.
work.
Yeah, it doesn't work. That's it. Because the thing is, when you enter a market and you've studied a lot and you've reached a point where you want in the market, in the financial market, you agree with me that I don't have to teach anyone, right? I mean, if I'm making money at the market, why would I
Right.
want to lose my time to teach someone? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. So the thing is, when you want to really teach someone in the market, well, I'm not saying 100% of the cases are that, all right? I'm just saying that most of the cases, the scam cases, works like that. A guy lost all his money in the stock market or in this exchange market or in any market, and then, but he does know how to operate. He just doesn't know the feeling of winning money because he's never done it.
Yeah, it's just like a
So
coach, right? He
yeah,
know how to
exactly,
teach,
exactly
but
like
he
a
doesn't
coach,
know how to
exactly
make.
like a coach, exactly. So,
Yeah,
for
I got it.
example, if you hire a guy like that to teach you, or if you buy his course or anything like that, the thing that is going to happen is you may even make some money at the beginning, but at the first time that you have some trouble, that you have a loss, he will never be able to understand why you had a loss. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if you keep winning, the guy taught you in his strategy or sold you in his strategy, and then you're gonna be using it for like 3 months, 2 months, and you're profiting, you're having money, you're making money. But one day you make a mistake, and that mistake costs you half of your account, costs you 50% of everything you have, or everything you've ever made. That guy, he won't really be able to tell you, man, you've I'm sorry, guys. Oh, you're wrong here, or you've made a mistake here. They'll never be able to tell you that. They just say, oh, yeah, the strategy didn't work. The strategy should work every time. You didn't use it right, but you done everything like they said, and it still went against you. So it's pretty hard, though. I mean, there's a few good guys in the market, a few good guys that know how to trade, and most importantly, are honest to their clients. But if I could give you a tip about, not a tip, but indication of a course, the first course that I've ever done related to financial market is from guys here in São Paulo. called Escola de Operadores. Nowadays they're a big school, but when I first got into class, there were just two guys that taught about financial market in São Paulo, and they're probably the best teachers in terms of finance that I've ever had all through these days. So if you really want a course that is going, oh, just so you know, I'm not getting paid to tell you this, all right? I'm not even talking to those guys anymore. It's just that it's an awesome course. It's an amazing opportunity if you can take that course from them, and they are definitely the honest guys that I've seen in the market so far.
Sophia?
Okay,
But don't
thanks.
trust it. Don't trust it. Just be doubtful about everything that you hear in the market. Ever.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I have another question.
Sure, man.
I am not sure if you're gonna be able to tell me something, but
Sure.
I mean, I'm really interested in Asia, political things, and
Asia
economic
what? I can't hear you. Asia what?
Asia political and economic things.
Oh, all right.
Like to study there, and I mean, really to get into there. And could you, I mean, say something about that if you know? I mean, do you work with like
Asian
Asia?
markets? Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Well, just so you know, I used to wake up when I worked for an institution as early as 4 a.m. in order to get the Asian opening, which is the time that Asian traders start to trade. They're active. So nowadays I don't do that anymore. I don't wake up at 4 to get the opening because what I'm gonna tell you maybe will help you with that. Asia doesn't have many active traders and doesn't have many influence, as I may say, in the global market, global currency market.
Mm-hmm.
Just for example, we have a way to measure how much volume do we have in the market, and during American and British sessions, we have the measure like if it was 1 to 10, we have the measure close to 8, close to 9. Right, every day when we have the American opening and the British opening. But when you have the Asian sessions, you have really close to 3, maybe at most 2 in volume, because there's not many money in Asia. I mean, many stock money, many
Yeah.
market money in Asia. But it's definitely an amazing place to study finance.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of their materials, a lot of their work came from Europe, came from England, and from the U.S. So if you have the opportunity to choose a great school in Asia, that's going possibly be a great future for you in the financial market if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Guys, so I guess we're reaching the end of our time here. I would like to thank you all for being participative in the class and asking the questions. John Victor, thank you very much. I guess
No.
I'm sure
If you
you
need me,
enjoyed
just call, guys.
college,
I'll be
and
here.
we're very happy and thankful for your participation and answering
Sure.
all the questions.
If I could just say something to end my participation here, is I'm always available to anyone that wants to understand more about the market. Now at this time I'm developing a book, an ebook that it's going to teach people about the introduction to financial markets in general. And yeah, my name is João Victor Almeida Santos. My sister knows my ad and in Instagram. So if you have any other questions, or if you want to know more about the market and how market works, just send me a DM and I'll be happy to answer you.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
cool.
nice. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Have an
Thank you
awesome
so
day and
much.
awesome end of week, guys. Weekend.
Thank
Bye.
you. You
Thank
also.
you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
A aula foi massa,
Can we
professor.
leave, teacher?
Professor,
Can we
muito
go?
legal, professor, na moral.
Eu falei
Yeah.
pra
Bye
ele.
bye,
Muito
teacher.
massa.
did you like it?
Professor,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
It was very
Sounds
good.
so
good.
much.
Tá, tchau.
So every
Yeah.
2 weeks, I'm gonna try to bring somebody new. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So we get to know a little bit about some specific jobs, and we get to
About
explore
A
our.
gente agradece a Giovana também, né, por
sim.
ter.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very
Valeu,
much.
Valeu,
Giovana. Moral,
Giovana.
Thank you, Giovanna. You're the
Tema
best.
muito legal.
Your brother is the best.
Pode sair?
Okay,
Pode sair, todo
so
mundo?
Yeah. Goodbye. We're gonna go.
bye.
I'm done. Bye, guys.
Alô,
Pode sair?
professor.
Goodbye,
Falou,
teacher.
falou.
Bye, teacher.
Alô.